Well, hello. Very nice to have the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about our organization. My name is Aida Gisela Asensio. I work as the manager of annual giving for Boys and Girls Clubs. I'm here with my colleague Jailin Cuadrado. She's our donors relations officer. And of course, our president, Olga. And we have Osvaldo from our communications team. And your very lovely friend, Omaira, which I believe you all know, right? So thanks for the opportunity to talk to you about who we are. So Boys and Girls Clubs is a non-profit organization that has been in Puerto Rico for more than 50 years, impacting the lives of more than 70,000 children and youth since it was founded. We provide after-school programs for children under the ages of 6 to 18. Our mission is to offer children and youth hope for a better future and the opportunities for them to develop to their full potential. Our promise of service is providing them a safe and creative space so they can develop and become leaders and successful professionals that can be able to achieve their academic, personal, and professional goals. We provide them with the necessary tools to create or obtain a satisfactory job that allows them to reach their economic security. I'm going to now introduce you to Jailin, who's going to talk to you a little bit about what we offer.
Good night, everybody. Hi. So when it comes to our services, we integrate the philosophy of the youth development model, which works with 40 essential assets that look to help the youth grow interested in what would be the common good. We also work with a two-generational approach, which we work with our participants, but not only them, also the adults with whom this participant spends his daily life. And we try to enable them to break the generational cycle of poverty, which is the main goal of the opportunities that we offer within the organization. We base this on 3 pillars, which would be the educational, social, and economic pillars, which we'll be seeing if you can move the individually now. So within the educational pillar, we have art programs that not only they're not only about drawing or painting pictures, they look to help the participant tell their story in a creative manner. We have academic support in which we have an after-school program after 3 p.m. in which we have tutors that will help our participants work on their homework or do school activities if they have any questions or doubts of what they're working academically in school. We have a post-secondary support, which is for our older participants that specifically works with helping them with their university process and everything that has to do with the acceptance, choosing a university or choosing a career. And we also have the innovation and technology area, which specifically right now we were working with tech labs, and we were helping our participants connect through the internet to their classes that are online because of the pandemic. For the social pillar, we have case management. We also work, like I said, with a two-gen approach. So we work with the parents or the people that are in charge of our participants. Sometimes they might have troubles or situations that maybe the parents do not understand. So we bring in the family and we also help them with that development. With the health and wellness, not only do we teach them about eating healthy or do we doing exercise, we also have a food program in which we promise to give them one warm meal every day. Family integration, social responsibility, and personal development. We have clubs like the Keystone and Torch clubs. Sorry for that, but they work with developing leadership within our participants, and they have a special project that they have to present at the end of the year. So they get engaged socially, they develop social responsibility, and they also develop personally. And the last one would be the economic pillar, in which we work careers, employability, entrepreneurship. So here's where we actually work with companies or job shadowing, helping our participants develop entrepreneur thoughts, or give them tools for what would be like real life experiences for entrepreneurship.
That last slide right there is where I believe our community can have some of the biggest impact between the collaborations of what we can do and what we specialize in our core competencies are, and what the reach of the Boys and Girls Club of Puerto Rico can actually do. So some of the things that I wanted to discuss with you guys, and hopefully you guys can give me some more feedback as we move forward with this, is we can create something that would look similar to electives that would be targeted at, people that are 18, 17, 18, 19 years old, in things like coding and development and different types of sales and digital marketing strategies and the things that our community would excel at. And we could give these programs to the Boys and Girls Club, and in return, they could develop a farm system that we can recruit right out of right here in Puerto Rico. But we'll continue that as we progress.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have 11 clubs around the island. As you may see in the map, our biggest concentration of clubs are in the metro area. We have in Carolina, Loíza, San Lorenzo, Aguas Buenas, Bayamón, Llorens Torres, Las Margaritas. We also have one in Vieques, Isabela, Arecibo, and Mayagüez. As you may see, most of our clubs are inside public housing developments or nearby. So that's the target that we are approaching. Some of our statistics, 96% of 100 of our participants from the educational program graduated from high school. And this is an important number because it says how effective our clubs are in the lives of these children. 98% indicated that leaders help them set high expectations. This is also an important number because it says how important is the relationships that are built between the leaders and the participants in order for them to think outside the box. Not only what they think their talents are, but they help think on things that probably they don't think they didn't even think they would have as talents. 92% of the participants feel they belong to the club and their ideas count. And 92% indicated that the club reinforces their emotional security. This means that the clubs become part of their family. They look us as their extended family. Now this is the most important part of our presentation. Why should you invest in Boys and Girls Clubs? Well, besides of knowing all that we have to offer, every dollar invested in our programs generates $3 of economic benefits for Puerto Rico. We are a 501c3 organization. That means that your contribution, your donation to Boys and Girls Clubs is tax deductible from your income tax return and help you maintain your tax incentives under the Act 22 and 60. And now I'm going to show you an example of the letter you will receive if you make your donation to Boys and Girls Club. This is the tax letter you will be receiving as soon as you do your donation, and you will take that to your accountant and for your income tax return.
Hey, one of the other key factors to that they're not going to discuss, they probably not concerned with, but I want to make sure you guys are aware of. I visited these guys' facilities in San Lorenzo last year for the toy drive. Everybody who participated in the toy drive last year, I love you guys. Thank you so much. These were some of the people that we helped out, and hopefully this year we'll begin it again in September. But these guys aren't driving luxury cars. They're not living in luxury housing. They do the most with the least amount of money, and they have a tremendous amount of impact. And that's not necessarily the same thing for a lot of nonprofits that are across the board that will be soliciting your Act 22, Act 60 donations. So one of the things I want you guys to realize as towards the end of the year comes is where your Act 22 or Act 60 donation would be going to, and just recognizing the people that are doing the most work with it. And these are some of the most deserving people on the island that are impacting all the lower class areas of the island and actually going in and doing the most work with the least amount of money.
Yeah, most of our communities live under poverty conditions, and that means that our participants do not have access to basic needs such as food, housing, health, education, transportation, and other opportunities. 63% of our children in poverty live in homes where the head of the family is not employed. So that is very, that has a lot of impact on precisely the services that they don't have access to. So Jaylene is going to talk a little bit about one of our success stories. We have a lot of them, but this one is a recent one of our donors, as we say.
Yeah, we have here Cristian Rivas. We're going to be presenting a video in which he will be telling his story. He used to be a participant from Arresto Ramos Antonini, and he did represent the clubhouse in 2009 in our Youth of the Year event. Well, we're not presenting the video, but if you guys want,
We'll post it. We'll post it. We'll post it on social media. We'll post it. We'll post it,
problems
guaranteed.
with the internet connection. So.
Yeah, we'll post it.
So this is an example of one of our biggest activities during the year. This is Advocacy Day. So we have parents and participants go into the to speak with government officials to change policy. We have the leadership summit, which is the Keystone Club participants. They have a specific project that they need to present. It normally has to do with a social cost from their community. That's something that they want to bring or change from their community. And we have our biggest event of the year, which is the Youth of the Year event, and Gisela will be giving details.
Yeah, Youth of the Year is our biggest leadership program. It runs throughout the year. Every club selects a representative that becomes their ambassador, and we have a competition. Most of the years we have been doing it in April, where we select our ambassador for Boys and Girls Clubs, and he or she will be competing in the national competition in the United States, and the winner of the biggest competition will win a university scholarship. So this is a huge deal for our participants. And for them to be considered, they have to go through certain experiences during the time they are member of the clubs. So it's also our huge event, fundraising event. Last year we had to transform it into a telethon because of the pandemic. But we're hoping that this year we could do something between exactly. So this is it. If you have any questions.
Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?